Hey everyone, welcome to the next Click Create Artist Spotlight. Today we have ADHD, aka Space Case. What words describe your artistic style?
I probably most frequently hear abstract, digital abstraction, digital post abstraction. I've heard psychedelic thrown in there. I'll even throw a post in front of that, post psychedelic, because I'm not currently on acid, but I have taken quite a bit of it. So we're after the acid. Mixed media is a thing that I hear a lot. Collage, digital collage, hyper collage. I think we're kind of living in a post-genre era, post-description era, and I kind of like to lean into that because I think art is about ideas more than genres and styles, or even technical ability. I'd like to break free of genre and sort of categorization as far as that goes and just be the meta artist,
Where do you find inspiration?
Better question is where don't I? I feel it's everywhere. I think I find most of my creation or most of my inspiration comes from daily interactions, life, just sort of observations, very one-to-one mashed up with the internal, what's going on inside of me, how I'm processing the external. It's I'm processing things sometimes that happened to me years ago and then all of a sudden one day it just finally fully loads and then it's there. Sometimes maybe I'll just write that down in a note, and often I don't get right to it. It's I just like to compile these logs of, one word, 2 words, a sentence, or paragraph or a page. I wait until I'm really feeling ready to make work, and then I just kind of go through all that stuff really quickly and almost scattershot, wait for my mind to latch onto one of them, because I think the subconscious kind of knows what it wants to say more than I do.
What are your goals as a digital artist?
A big goal of mine is just to continue to sort of find continuity and consistency in my artistic voice over multiple, mediums and quote unquote genres. And for me, it's just really about continuing to experiment and push myself into areas that feel maybe a little uncomfortable. I think that's usually an indicator that I'm doing something that's worth doing.
If you had a superpower, what would it be and why?
I mean, I don't even know if this is a superpower, but I always thought it would be so cool if you could just turn a switch on in your brain and find objects. I'm always losing my keys, and I wish I just could have a superpower of just being your keys are downstairs under the couch. They fell under there. You know what I mean? Somehow, if I could just somehow figure that out. I guess that's kind of being ridiculously psychic, but kind of one step beyond that.
What were your goals for this Click Create edition?
So this piece, I went full-blown Charlie Kaufman on this piece. For people who don't know, is a movie director who constantly tries to make something simple, and then it becomes this crazy world within a world thing, folding in, collapsing on itself. That's kind of what happened with me making this piece. So I got really inspired by Chris at Transient, told me the idea, the theme of the show, which is any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. It's a great quote, and it's true, and I've thought about it many times. I wanted to make a work that kind of spoke to just this weirdness, this sort of psychedelia that is interfaces and interfaces within interfaces, And I started thinking about just the existential strangeness that comes with, live streaming yourself, and especially people who do creative things. So the piece is called Infinity Machine, parentheses, screens within screens. And basically, yeah, that's what I tried to accomplish, was this weird feedback loop that happens when, for me to document my process, I need to use the same exact tools that I'm making my work with. So like I'm sitting there on my computer making work on Photoshop, but then I have to like screen record on that same tool, you know, and like when I'm making work on my phone, I have to screen record on that. And it's just like, I'll be sitting there like painting or drawing, and I'm sitting there grabbing the phone and like filming myself doing that. And, you know, I don't know, there's just this strange feedback loop, this strange sense of things just like cycling over and over again. So that is what I was trying to capture with my piece, and sort of this uncanny strangeness that is being a digital artist, using digital tools, and then also trying to document yourself with those same tools.